Hi guys, thank you for tuning in, and this is Ryan. You're watching Motivation in Action. I want to start the story. I want to start my discussion today by giving you a story about the parable of the sower from the New Testament. That's actually original from Jesus Christ. All right. So the story goes like this. Once upon a time, a sower sows the seeds, and some of the seeds landed on the pathway, and the birds take some seeds or took the seeds out of it. So the birds took some of the seeds. All right, the seeds represents the message of God or the words of God. But the bird took them away. So the bird represents the evil that somehow took the words away from you. All right, if we're going to relate that what in real life and what's happening around us, the sower could be you, the sower could be us, me and you, and the seeds could be our potentials, our visions in life, our calling, our purpose, our objectives and goals. These are the seeds that is meant for us to grow. However, the birds took them away. So those birds in real life, those are the people that will drag you down. These are the people that will say to you that you cannot do anything properly. You're not good enough. You are not capable, or you are stupid. You are idiot. So those are the birds in the story. Those are the negative people in the story. But you know what? What's the technique? The sower keeps on sowing. So that's the stimulus. There are negative people, but you can always choose responsibility. From stimulus to response, you can always choose proactivity or responsibility. All right, but the technique is always remind yourself if you encounter the situation, the sower keeps on sowing. Now, some of the seeds were thrown in the rocky soil. So eventually, the seeds grow. However, when the sun came up, and it's because it's too rocky, the roots cannot penetrate the ground. So when the sun came up, it dries up and withers. So the seeds again never grow to its potential. Now, what are these rocky represents in our real life? Actually, guys, these are the rocky things in our life. This represents our inner thoughts. Because somehow you already have the seeds within you. You already have the plans, the goals, the dreams in life. However, when the time passes by, that represents the sun. When the time passes by, it because it's not really rooted, or it's not rooted, the foundation is not that strong. So even though you believe in yourself that you can do these things, however, you let yourself down because probably your inner thoughts is telling you, oh my god, I cannot do this, or I'm not good enough. What about the other people? You're thinking too much of the other people, their criticisms. You allow that one to happen in your life. So you allow that one to affect you. So nothing's gonna happen, guys. Again, the point is, you always have to remember, the sower keeps on sowing. So some of the seeds landed on thorns. Again, the seeds grow in a bit. However, those thorns are preventing the seeds to grow to its potential, and somehow, eventually, it dies. So what are those thorns in our life? Sometimes those thorns are the worries in our life. Like, for example, the inevitable things that will happen, like death, or sickness, or brokenness, or the scars in our life. So those are the things that you would think that it will keep you, it will hamper you for in moving forward. Now, you always have to remember again, those are the stimulus. Those are the things that happens in our life. But again, from stimulus to response, you can always choose proactivity or being responsible to yourself. You always acknowledge yourself if worries or things like this happens in your life. That anyway, life is all about temporary assignment. Life is all about test, and life is beautiful. So you have to look at the brighter side, because somehow if you're gonna choose reactiveness, if someone dies in your family and then you also feel like I'm gonna die too, or if your loved ones left you and then you already feel that, oh man, this is the end of the world, I'm gonna commit suicide. So it's not good. Always remember, guys, the sower keeps on sowing. So finally, there are seeds that landed in a good soil. So now, what are those good soil? I mean, the seeds, because the seed landed on the good soil, it grows to its potential. It flourishes 100 times or 5 times, or it flourishes. So what does it mean in our real life? All right. I always believe in a perfect timing. Those are a perfect timing in our life. God acknowledges your effort. God acknowledges your actions. That God won't never give up on you. But if you're gonna give up yourself, then that would be the beginning of decline or going down. That would be the beginning of your you know what I mean, right? So I always believe in a perfect timing. Like after the summer, it's fall. After it's fall, it's a winter. After it's winter, it's spring. So there's always a perfect timing in our life. The point is, don't stop believing yourself. All right, I want to end this story. I want to end this discussion by giving you proverbs in the Bible. Quote in the Bible. So it's Proverbs 16 verse 3. Commit yourself to the Lord in everything you do, and your plans will succeed. I want to repeat that again. Commit yourself to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you learned something based on my story today. Have a nice day.